right, welcome Birdtown viewers here to live from Toowoomba Valley's Roosters Rugby League Club here, where we're broadcasting the Gridiron Queensland playoffs here in 2015, all the way up here in the range. I'm Kenny Andres here, and soon to be joined by Paul Holgate, the president and main man here up in Toowoomba, as we're looking at some of these Gold Coast and Ravens teams warm up upcoming for their 2 versus 3 clash here. One thing that we're really grateful is that this fog has seemed to clear. I was here about an hour and a half ago, and you could not see 4 feet in front of your face. That has cleared. The football gods have been good to us now. They've cleared it all up, and it's actually a very beautiful day, isn't it, Paul, for some Gridiron Queensland action?
Yeah, typical Toowoomba weather here. 4 seasons in one day. It'd make a good song, I can guarantee you that.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we've got 2 of the best Colts matchups here today between the Stingrays and the Ravens, 2 of the most physical teams here. The last time these guys met, it was certainly one of those sort of matchups. Very explosive and very hard-hitting. Expecting the same sort of thing today?
Yeah, I am. I've seen a little bit of both teams, and the physicality of the Stingrays and also how well drilled the Ravens are, so it should be a good matchup.
Absolutely. So this is the first of 3 games we're going to be broadcasting for you today. Obviously, today, first up, we've got the Ravens Colts taking on the Stingrays Colts, 2 versus 3 there. And upcoming there, we've got the 2 versus 3 matchup between the Bayside Ravens women's taking on the Logan City Jets. And then to finish us off at 4 p.m., we've got the number 2 Brisbane Rhinos taking on the Bayside Ravens, who sit at number 3 in the men's division. But first up, we're going to kick to an interview upcoming that I managed to get. I managed to speak to one of the Ravens captains, and Jack Capewell, about their upcoming battle and how he feels about today. So have some words from Jack Capewell. Here with Bayside Ravens Colts captain Jack Capewell. Mate, this is a stage you're not too unusual to. You've been to the playoffs in all of your careers here with the Bayside Ravens. Any nerves for today?
No, just ready to play a hard game. Play hard, clean, all game, and that's all it should take, really. Everyone do their own part, and it'll work out.
Now, this isn't the first time you guys have met them in recent weeks. You had a game against these guys, the Gold Coast Stingrays, that is, a couple of weeks ago. That was a very physical matchup, and a lot of casualties from that there. How are we going on the healing front?
Really good, really good. We got a number of our key players back from that game. Just took some time to rest up, just recuperate, get back to how we play football, really.
Is there any changes of the game plan today? Obviously, you're going to be out without running back Jacob Toyer there today, but you do get Luke Simpson back in the lineup there. Is there any changes so far to you guys as far as game plans go?
Not really, just running hard, passing hard. Whatever it takes, whatever the defence gives us, we'll take advantage of it.
And what do you make of this Gold Coast lineup today, mate? Obviously, they are one of the more physical matchups for you in this Gridiron Queensland Colts division there. What do you make of your opponent?
A bunch of strong blokes, definitely. I mean, they play just as hard as we do. They play harder sometimes, I mean, that's just how football is on certain plays. Other teams play harder, and they're just, they're out here to play a good, clean game of football, so we'll just see what they give us and just be a rough game, see, from both teams.
Bayside Ravens Colts captain Jack Capewell, appreciate your time, mate. Yeah, so that was Jack Capewell there, a very grown-up young man. I coached him in his rookie season back in 2013, I believe, where he was lucky enough to win a Sun Bowl in his rookie season. He's definitely done a lot more growing up since then, but he's obviously a very calm, collected young man, and a good selection to lead this troop into such a big game, mate. So, mate, your Toowoomba Bulls are unlucky to miss out on playoffs there, but what do you think makes up in the sort of teenage mind leading up to a matchup like this?
I might just correct you first and say vultures.
Vultures, apologies, that's going to happen a lot today.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, unlucky, miss out. They had a really big win last week, 48-20 against a team I believe beat them earlier in the year, the Logan City Bruins.
Yeah.
So, and the team that ended up sneaking into the 4th spot was the team that our own Vultures beat 36-0 on home turf. So, obviously things are going in the right direction.
Absolutely.
And building towards next year for sure.
And I've got to give a shout out to Scott Reuter.
Yep.
He's done a fantastic job with your Colts this year. I mean, it's not easy coming into a program for the first time, but he's shown that there's plenty of he's made plenty of improvement amongst those players, and so shows there's a bright future here in Toowoomba.
Oh, that's right. A big shout out also to all 4 of their coaching staff. They've managed to have guys that have known each other for a long time and played when I was playing with them earlier on. So there's also Nick Day there and Derek Leask. He's the brains behind it all. And every now and then they get old friend Greg Bidgood helping out as well at training. So, yeah, a bit of a four-headed monster there, getting the boys ready for this season and onwards after that.
Man, as someone who's coached Colts football before, cannot underestimate the how good it is to have such a wide coaching staff. It's such a positional-based game that it's good when you can have multiple coaches all around the field. But speaking about multiple coaches, I had a chat earlier with the Stingrays offensive line coach for the Colts, in Shane Salmon, talking about his transition from a player to a coach. He had a few words to say. He said he's been in a couple of these big games before. We'll have a hear about what he had to say. Here with Stingrays offensive line coach Shane Salmon, mate. This is not a position you're unfamiliar to as a player and now as a coach there. Mm-hmm. Is it a different feeling coming as a coach this time rather than a player?
Oh, definitely. Like I don't have so much. I'm not as angry this time. I'm a lot more cool and calm-headed, level-headed. So it's going to be interesting going in, especially for the third year in a row against the Ravens. One apiece now, so it's going to be a decision today. Yeah. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling quietly confident.
Yeah, so you guys have had, as you said, you split the series this year. The Ravens had you earlier in the season, and you came back and had a big fourth quarter against them to take the victory away from them a couple of weeks ago.
That was a good game. I'm very proud of that game. That was a damn good game.
Absolutely. Same sort of game plan, or you kind of sticking with what works, or have you made some changes?
That's what I'm going for. I do, I'm looking at today to be a precursor for the Sun Bowl. Like I do expect a really big game today, and I do expect it to be at the same caliber as that last game was, because I feel like they're going to want to get one back on us, and we're going to want to try and hold our spot firm going into this Sun Bowl, obviously. So I feel like today will be a big game. Game plan wise, it is going to be very similar, so it will be a similarly hard-hitting game.
Mate, as the offensive line, you're taking on one of the, you've got one of the more impressive offensive lines in the league yourself. You're going against one of the more experienced and talented D-lines here in the Ravens. What do you make your opposition?
Well, look, I've played with those guys, at state and at Australia over the last couple of years. I've seen them all develop as players, and I'm very proud of them. Like, to know that I've played with them and played against them, I'm very proud. Most of those boys are my brothers and my friends. I am very proud of what they've done, and I do look forward to taking my offense against their D-line. I've been telling my boys, you'll be going against the best D-line today. So if we can beat that, we're sitting pretty for the rest of the season.
Shane Salmon, appreciate your time, mate.
Not a problem.
Defensive coordinator Aaron Nicholson here for the Base Up Ravens Colts. Mate, tough matchup for you guys last time. Do you guys make any adjustments moving into this game in the playoffs? Or?
Yeah, a lot of things we did against the last game, we didn't react really well against them. We didn't contain the quarterback real well. A lot of little things we didn't do very well. A lot of technique stuff that we've had to fix up. And so I think we've fixed that up and see how it goes today.
Fantastic. Appreciate it, Coach. Back to the studio.
All right, Paulie, Kenny's gone out to fix up the camera, mate. Listen, I overheard you saying you're from Oakey, so you're going to have a pretty good idea of the weather, mate. What's the go this afternoon? I was talking to our head referee this morning, Dave Hodgkinson. They're more concerned about the 4 o'clock game, with storms coming later in this afternoon, mate, and it's muggy as all blazes at the moment. I suppose we're just in the hands of the gods. But what's your meteorological expertise telling us, being a local, buddy?
Yeah, I'm not really an expert on anything at all, but from what I see from the technology that they bring us is that towards the later part of today we might have some storms hanging around. I think the rain will hold off, or at least a bit this light misty stuff, but hopefully that won't impact too much on the footage that we bring to you. And we'll just have to wait and see. It's sort of a lot of light misty rain, and if it blows over, then hopefully we get 3 games in without too many delays.
Yes, hopefully it can storm all at once from about 7:30 onwards. So.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we've had enough storms this year, I think.
I think so too. But this is eerily similar to the 2013 final, where it was one game, the Rhino Spiders game, got called off at half because of the rain, which was unfortunate for them. But then all of a sudden the weather just cleared, as if the gods just allowed the Ravens and Stingrays to play, and that's exactly what they've done today. So we're seeing them about to go on. But one of the biggest concerns we had for this Raven outfit was that they were a bit banged up from the matchup these guys had a couple of weeks ago. They were missing a couple of key players. Jacob Toys, who is a starting running back alongside Luke Simpson, isn't kitted up today. so they're going to miss a bit of speed to the outside. They've got a couple of defensive players out, but otherwise it seems like the Stingray squad is close to full strength. So if there's one mark to put on their side, it's probably the health tick will go towards the Stingrays today.
Yeah, I'm not a particularly religious man, but I do believe in football gods. So we'll have to wait and see how that pans out.
So here we go. Kicking off is the Stingrays, and they're kicking deep to the Ravens, who will receive this first half. Back is the man wearing number 11. They call 4-4. For that exact reason, he ran a 4-4 in pre-season. Very quick wheels. They will see if they choose to kick to him. They're going to keep it along the ground as a line drive. It's going to go to the back of the end zone, so the Ravens are going to start at the 20, and that's actually pretty good field position in Colts football, where most kick returns or kicks end up around that 30 to 40 yard line.
Yeah, just with the shortened field, the 90 yards just to fit the goal post on the end of it. 20 yards starting out is not too bad, and probably not too bad for the Gold Coast either, knowing they have to not defend that long home run play against them.
Absolutely. Too many games we've seen, dictated from that first kickoff return for a touchdown. We've seen it in a couple games this season where, momentum swings can really be swung by those special teams players. But alas, it won't be happening in this game as it got kicked back for a touchback. And here we see the Ravens offense led by quarterback Harry Buveas and the return of running back Luke Simpson wearing number 39 there. It's going to be a give to Simpson on this first play. He's going to take it on the right-hand side, picks up a nice block by the tight end, and he gets another couple of cheeky yards to start off the day there. So a nice run there from Luke Simpson, and we're going to see probably a heavy dose of him today, don't you reckon, Coach?
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be relying on that run game, and nothing like picking up some positive yards on your first play. So when you get to about 2nd and 6, which it looks like it is now, you can be on the front foot from the word go.
Yeah, for those who are relatively unfamiliar to the game, like winning that first down battle, where that's that first play of your drive, is huge, because that really can dictate how you're going to call your plays for that drive there. You know, if you get stuck on first down, you're really stuck with a couple of plays left to call in 2nd and 3rd. But as action resumes here, it's going to be another give to Simpson, who's going to take it up the left-hand side this time. He's going to use the speed to get to the outside, puts a stiff arm down. He's still not taken down. He's got the first, and he gets taken out just outside the 40-yard line. So a big first down there for the Ravens, and they're going to start their drive with 2 plays and a first down. Coach, you want to check that out on replay there? Nope, no replay there. We saw there, but some more tough running from Luke Simpson. Getting on the outside, he even got stopped a couple of yards to the outside, but uses that strong stiff arm to advance for the first down.
Yeah, he did well there. He bumped it out nicely, knew where the sideline was, and continued to go until he got the first down. So strong running there, both sides of the tackle box.
Absolutely. So the Ravens showing they're happy to run either way today. We'll see if they choose to go up the middle this time, or will they open up the passing game? The passing game they will. Buveas drops back. He hits his tight end there, Wilkins, I believe. No, it's Reece Fernside. Reece Fernside's going to take it. Heavy contact! Ball's out! Ball's out, and it looks like Fernside is down and out. He's not moved, he's confused, but that was huge contact on that play. Let's take a look at that again. Going to see a fantastic read there from the quarterback coach. Oh, and I don't know who made the hit. I'm trying to make out the number there, but it looked like a single digit there. We'll see if we can roll that again, but it's a fantastic completion. The Ravens are going to be disappointed they lost the ball, but huge there. Number 40 just taking him down by the ankles, and then the safety, I think it's number 6 for the Stingrays Colts. Oh, it couldn't be a number 6. That's not on my team list, but one of the single digit safeties there could have been Owen Promkihu wearing number 5, but that's just one of the things, and he's down at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and assume it's going to be concussion with that sort of look there. Fernside did not move after that ball got dislodged.
No, that was a big hit. You don't see much bigger than that. You've got 2 guys running at full speed. Obviously, the hit was high, but certainly seemed legal. At the end of the play, I noticed the refs wave a flag off, so there would have been one out there at some stage. But it's a recovered ball by the Stingrays. So great work, big hit, and it all paid off. Yeah, so the concern right now is with Reece Fernside. He's still yet to get up there, and usually you'll see a player after they lose the ball look for it immediately, try to make it a play in it. But he was on his back and just looking to the stars there. So it's worrying for him and for his parents. I know they'll be watching from Stradbroke Island, but also for this Raven unit who lose one of their best players very early in the game. Yeah, quite disappointing too. I mean, that drive was well and truly underway. That would have been another first down, and in prime position. That is at about at the 32-yard line. Yeah. So they were certainly within striking range at the end of that play. So not only plays tight end and running back for this offense, he also starts in that defensive end position for him. The third-year D lineman at 18 years old now, and he's been carried off there. So the good news is that he's up and he is conscious. So Yeah, good to see he's up on his feet. That's always a good sign. You don't have to hold the game up with the ambulance, which usually means a more serious type injury. Certainly shaken up, that's for sure.
Absolutely. So our thoughts with him, and hope that the injury isn't too bad, but certainly the doctor's going to take a good look at him, and I think it's safe to say he won't be returning today.
I wouldn't think so, not with a hit like that and the amount of time he stayed down. But unfortunately, you would have to think that changes the way the Ravens play with their personnel, because he was certainly a factor even early then.
Absolutely. You saw him laying the block for Luke Simpson early in that drive, and then he made a huge reception there, and unfortunately losing the ball in that big hit. But you know, the Ravens are going to have to overcome this, and the Stingrays are going to have their trials and tribulations as well. So as we look at them in their first taste of offense, led by quarterback John Kari, wearing number 2, representing Queensland and Australia. Here he goes. He's going to pitch it out to his right for the first player. That's number 32 on the carry, and he's taken down there by number 39, Luke Simpson, making his presence felt on defense as well. On the carry there was number 32, which is his brother Benjamin Kari. So the Kari is linking up for the first play of the game. And a big play for the Ravens defense there, coach, to start off the game.
Oh, certainly. You can see how the Ravens just bent all their plays right around that play. There was nowhere to go, so not much you can do about that.
Absolutely. And Jack Capewell now for the Ravens. Another captain has stepped off, and he doesn't look well. Looks like he might have a stinger worrying about, or some sort of shoulder injury. Kari pitches off to brother Ben. He's going to take the left-hand side on. He beats the contain and gets some yards out of that. So not only does he get back to the original line of scrimmage, advances a couple of yards there. So that's going to set up maybe a 3rd and 7 by my count. We'll see the official count here. Yeah, about a 3rd, 7, 3rd or 8, thereabouts. So this is actually a pretty good start for that Raven defense now. They've got a 3rd and long here. We'll see if they dial up blitzes and try to force a 3 and out for the Stingrays' first possession.
Still a good recovery by the Stingrays. I mean, they would have 4 or 5 yards deep from where they started. So obviously we're probably looking at a passing situation here.
Absolutely, and they've got the quarterback to do it. Kari proves that he's a good pocket passer, but also very dangerous outside of the pocket. So he's going to take a 3-step drop. He's going to run now. He has got the mobility to take it for a first down. He does so. He really leaves his defender out in a wake there, breaking the ankles of number 10, Stevenson, the linebacker for the Ravens. A fantastic display of athleticism for Kari. We'll take a look at that again. You see the way he just gets upfield there. You can see the pocket collapsing, and he uses agility. And look at that move he does on Stevenson there to get the first. So Kari bailing the Stingrays out of a 3rd and long, and sets them up for their second set of downs on this drive.
Yeah, I think the key element there is how quickly he made that decision to go to the run. He knew what was open and put his head down and went straight away.
Absolutely. Oh, and look, almost like a hurry up. I think it was barely a sugar huddle there for the Stingrays, and now they're back to the line of scrimmage. Kari in the shotgun. He gives to brother Ben now. Ben is going to break through some tackles, and he keeps his feet moving and picks up about 9 yards on that. By my calculations there, he might have had the first. I think he's going to be just short. And I don't see the chains moving, just the middleman. So yes, a 9-yard pickup there, setting that up for a 2nd and 1. A very dangerous down here for defenses, and a very playful one for offensive coordinators. We can either just try to march ahead or take a shot here, because you know you've only got a 3rd and 1 upcoming if you fail.
That's pretty much right. You can do whatever you want here, really, as long as you don't lose the ball. But short yardage on 2nd down, it's a dream. You can do what you want. So
and they're going to give it to Nick Ray here, who got met in the backfield, but he might have bulldozed his way for a first. Might see that on replay. You can see the way he just bulldozed. A great play by the Ravens. I think it might have been one of the D linemen. Yeah, it was Wilkins there making a play in the backfield there, but he can't quite wrap up, and the Stingrays own their second first down of their drive here. So almost fantastic play by the Australian defensive lineman Wilkins, who I'm pronouncing his name correctly this time around. I was pronouncing Willikins last time, and he sent me a personal message to correct that. So Wilkins is the man on the attempted play there. And that said man's lining up in the defensive end position now in place of Reese Fernside. And we've got a 2x2 spread set here for the Gold Coast Stingrays, which will develop into a toss play to the right. And a nice little submarine tackle there from number 26, the veteran corner for the Ravens. That's Larry Nicholson on the play there. One of the best cover 2 corners I think I've ever seen in this league.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that wasn't picked up. Looked like a push in the back by one of the Stingrays players, but all in all, a good defensive effort for the Ravens.
See if we can cop that on replay there. I don't know if we've got it. Just while this player's watching there, we're looking at some of the blocks to the outside. And yeah, possibly by the corner, but the man certainly paid for it with Jack Capewell coming around finishing off that block. So regardless, it's a big play for the Ravens, and the Stingrays here with a 2nd and 12. Kari. He's got 3 receivers to his right, including running back Nick Ray. He's going to give it to Kari
Nice.
of the Ben variety, and he's going to take it down hard after making some nice moves. Jack Capewell on the tackle there. About a 3 or 4 yard gain. Oh, actually, no, a little more generous than that. Close to a 6 yard gain there, setting that up for a third and, I'll call it a 6.
Yeah, some nice stepping there, beating a couple of guys just at will. Obviously, the run had to come to an end, so good position to be third and about 5 at this stage.
Absolutely. And the big thing about the Rays, they've got a surplus of running backs here. You know, all people who have specialised. They've got Ben Kari starting in today, but Nick Ray did a fair bit of their load last year, and he's now playing a bit more of an H-back role, playing a bit of slot, playing a bit of fullback, playing a bit of running back. So they've got a lot of people. Now we've got number 73 in for them. He's going to play action pass. Kari rolling out to his left, being pursued by Capewell. He's going to take it for a first down himself, and he's going to take it out of bounds there. So they're selling they sold the run by putting big number 73 in for them. That is, oh God, here you're going to test me. Javon Nofoa Gatatoa. There we go, first time. How do you like that? Putting him in there, quick play action pass, and once again, Kari realizes the coverage is good, and he takes it off for himself for a first down.
Yeah, the field was wide open on that left side there, so obviously the quick decision to go out wide, and we know he's got the jets to do it, and saved his legs, went out of bounds, so good effort.
So we're dwindling down to the last couple of minutes of this first quarter here. Kari, he's got 2 receivers out with a back inside with him. 2 receivers either side, I should say. Kari, he's bouncing many tacklers. He's making that first man miss a lot. Fortunately, the Ravens, secondary and linebackers are making some good tackles to cover it up. But one of these players, I feel as though he's got some big play capability, and he might break one extra tackle than he needs to, and he'll take it out for a big run. So second and give it 8 upcoming.
Yeah, it should be interesting as the game wears along. Guys get a bit tired. Those ones with the quick feet certainly going to make some more of them miss.
Absolutely. And the Rays, one thing I've noticed about them, they love spreading this game out. They'll make you defend every inch of this field along, at least width-wise, as they keep sticking to this 2x2 set. A great protection there from brother Kari. Kari's going to set up his quarterback Kari for a big run and another first down. He gets taken hard out of bounds there, and I think with some flags coming in. I think that was 16 for the Ravens hitting him out of bounds, and that's going to draw quite a few flags there. That's number 16 is Jack Seymour. He's the usual wide receiver. Started playing corner last week in absence of Nicholson now, but he's kept his position. And unfortunately, he's drawn a flag in there, and that's going to set them up for a first and goal situation, it looks.
Yeah, personal foul there, obviously hitting the guy out of bounds. I don't think there's any problem with seeing how clearly the field is marked. It looks great from up here.
Absolutely. One thing we spoke at the start of the season is how much pride you guys took of your field marking up here, and it certainly shows, and it's looking beautiful on the live stream today. So big shout out to your groundsman there for looking after the field and doing such a good job. So the give is there, and it's a nice tackle in the backfield by the Capewell. And the forward got to toe on the carry there. So obviously the goal line back and personnel in at the moment. They've got a lot of meat in that backfield right now. And they're going to look to try and pound this in, or maybe look at some play action again.
Yeah, great effort from the Ravens defensive line. Obviously, they're looking at short yardage situation, so to hold them out from there going into the end of the first quarter, good effort.
Absolutely. So the Stingrays have built a fantastic drive here, mainly on the legs of the 2 Kari brothers there, John and Ben. And I think we're going to see a timeout here. Or is that, I think that's actually end of quarter.
Could be end of the quarter. Trying to keep the clock as close as we can, so not too bad, be at about
41 seconds, mate. I think if you're anywhere inside a minute, mate, you've pressed in my books, but I'm a pretty easy man to please. So that's the end of the first quarter. The current score is 0-0 to both sides in this Gridiron Queensland 2015 playoff matchup between the number 2 Gold Coast Stingrays and the number 3 Bayside Ravens. Second quarter upcoming. We're going to take a quick break. And you're going to have a message from our sponsors, with the game today being brought to you by Direct Care Australia. All right, back here at the start of the second quarter here, where the Stingrays are certainly knocking on the door about 2 yards out here from the goal line, striking pay dirt to try and get first points in this this playoff matchup. And Kari quarterback draw. Can he stretch out in the second effort? No, he can't. Fantastic work there from the Ravens, who hold him out. And Kari almost shook a tackle there, and we're seeing a bit of argy-bargy happen after the play. Going to happen when the tensions are high here. But the Ravens hold them out again, so that's going to be a third down situation here. Can they hold them out for 2 more plays? Don't believe the Gold Coast. Oh, actually, no, they have kicked a couple of field goals in their time, so it'll be interesting if the Ravens can pull off a big stop here. Will they force Gold Coast to kick a field goal?
Another nice hit on the goal line there, forcing the Stingrays for another try to get in there.
So, in back is usual fullback Nick Ray. His father's filming just a couple of feet to our left here. I think we're seeing a timeout here, or a potential uniform infraction. Nope, the Ravens are going to take a timeout. So they're going to take a chance to take a think about this. And we're going to pop up some more sponsors there. Big mention there to Direct Care, or DCR Direct Care Resources Australia, our playoff sponsors here for Birdtown TV. So big shout out to them. They've have an ad read for them upcoming there, but they're doing great stuff, providing homes to those with disabilities and as well as those utilizing the National Disability Insurance Scheme. So big shout out to Direct Care. We'll be back in a moment. And back here after that timeout. It's third down, 3rd and goal here. Stingrays about 1.5 yards out, if that. And this time they're going with a wildcat formation. We've got Ben Kari in here, and he's going to take an option and roll into the end zone, breaking a tackle, and the Stingrays strike first blood here in this playoff matchup. They're going to be up 6-0. Take a look at that. Break that play down on replay for us there, Coach.
Yeah, obviously the option play, and plants the right foot, steps straight ahead, and really no one can get a hand on him.
Yeah, we were talking about his agility earlier in the game, the fact he's been making a lot of the first man miss every time, and down the goal line that's extremely deadly. So he scores first touchdown. That's number 32. Ben Kari, and he's going to try and take the 2-point conversion, but this time he's going to pass, and that will be defended there by the Ravens, so the score will remain 6-0 here in this 2015 playoff matchup between the Bayside Ravens and the Gold Coast Stingrays. Back in a sec. Just make sure you don't have the other. Yeah, I see. You're going to plug that too. That's why. If you look on. Oh. And back here, and a big kickoff there from the Stingrays. That is Bashford Jones collecting it, and unfortunately slips down there. And then, as far as IFAF ruling, once your knee touches the ground, you are deemed tackle there. So they're going to be starting inside their own 20 in this play. Not great for field position.
No, but still better than being inside your 20 by the looks of it. So, or are they actually inside?
Yeah, it looks like he slipped to me around the 18-yard line, and that's where they're going to start. So the Ravens are going to have to travel about 70-odd yards here to get pay dirt and try to match this 6-0 scoreline.
We'll hopefully see a little bit of that Ravens offense against that we saw opening up the game. He certainly ran the ball well. We'll just see how that loss of their tight end changes their offensive setup. Yeah,
so the score 6-0 here for Gold Coast Stingrays. Ben Kari scoring there for the Stingrays. We've seen a bit of drizzle come down now as a little dump pass attempted there to Wilkins from Beveus, and that falls incomplete, going off the fingertips of Wilkins there. So that's going to set them up for a 2nd and 10.
Probably not the way you wanted to start your first down. It probably looked like an opportunity where the big guy could have maybe steamrolled someone if he got the pass he wanted, but just to the fingertips, it's not ideal, 1st and 10.
Even with those short passes there, you've got to really step into it and try to get the ball coming down there. You sail too long and you risk what happens there. And a give here to Simpson, up the guts he goes. He breaks his first tackle and he's still moving his legs. And look at that man truck. He might have trucked himself to a 1st down there. And I see the chains moving. He's done. 1st and 10, Bayside Ravens.
Yeah, a key element of that run is how much of a forward lean he had, how low he was, and took multiple guys to bring him down. He's still always falling forward when the run was over.
Yeah, a lot of people need to realise like the physics behind playing that running back position. A lot of it is just putting yourself in the right position, and you see the forward lean as you described, and how he trucks for that 1st down. He's still on the backfield now. Beveus calls for it in the pistol. He's going to try and dump it off there to Wilkins now. Wilkins is going to break 2 tackles and fall just short of a 1st down.
Yeah, it looks like
but Beveus is down in the backfield. We might see if we can see that on a replay before we assess the rest of that, because he looks like he's in some serious pain there. You see him dump it off, and I don't know, we kind of lose it in camera there, but you can see number 11 coming across there, and no flags are thrown, so the referees haven't deemed it dangerous or illegal. So Beveus is going to go down, and the Ravens are going to take an injury timeout here, but that was a fantastic play by the young quarterback.
Yeah, I missed the hit on the quarterback, but I certainly saw that the play unfolded probably how they wanted on that 1st down. Looked like the same play again.
Yeah, we can't see it, but yeah, no. So that's going to remain a mystery there. And the Ravens are going to have to look to their 3rd-string quarterback now, with already missing starter Jason Sparks, and Beveus stepped in as the number 2 guy, and he's played that position before, and it'll be interesting who they go with number 3. I saw them repping a number of guys at the signal caller at practice and pre-game here, and I think logic would generally suggest linebacker Tristan Ellis, number 58, maybe stepping in. He played there a lot in his rookie season. And I'm trying to see who's warming up now. I can't see him. He's taken off a glove, I think. So it looks like Tristan Ellis will be taking over at the QB position now. But we might just take a second during this injury timeout and leave you with our sponsors, Gridiron Australia and Gridiron Queensland. This is a production from them. And this is walking it off now, so going to be back in action under new quarterback Tristan Ellis.
He's certainly shaken up a little bit. Might be a bit of time for him to collect his thoughts, see how we go with this other quarterback, and the short yardage situation, so see how that changes things. New personnel there at QB.
So Ellis is going to take the snaps. Out of the pistol he comes. Still has Luke Simpson behind him. Luke Simpson is going to juke behind the line of scrimmage. Fantastic pursuit for the Stingrays, but they don't take him down, and he trucks his way for another 1st down in this drive here. So Simpson, the man getting it done in purple at the moment. They move it down for another 1st down for the Ravens here.
That was a nice run to the outside. The Stingrays certainly had the personnel to stop him in the backfield, but got the fend out, bumped it outside, got the head down low, and knew where the 1st down marker was. So great effort.
Absolutely. You see him there. He's met in the backfield twice there, but uses that stiff arm and body lean and evades them and gets forward and sets his team up for another 1st down around midfield. So Ravens, here we go again. It looks like Beveus is back in the action, so it couldn't have been too bad. Beveus takes the snap. He's going to look for a pass here. He's got Wilkins over the middle. Sorry, Wilkins. And it's a nice little completion there. And the Ravens, even in this rain, are going to utilise that passing game a little bit.
Yeah, all of a sudden it started raining, so we're interested to see how that changes things. Got a field that's going to start getting wet as well as the ball, so might end up being a bit of a grounded pound later on. See how it pans out.
Well, we've got 2 fantastic running games here if that is the case, but I'm sure the Ravens would like to stay a little more balanced with the Rays having a multitude of guys that can hand the ball off with. The Ravens currently relying on number 39, Luke Simpson. The give is to Simpson. He's got some great blocking in the inside, and he keeps his legs pumping and churning, and he's going to take that in to about the 38 maybe, and that's going to set up a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, nice step on the right foot there to straighten things up. It looked like he was going to bump it outside, but he found the gap inside and got north-south pretty much straight away. So another 3rd and short situation. Well done to them.
Yeah, so Simpson's going to come off for this one, getting a much-needed spell. Stevenson coming in. He, the new running back, he only played his first game of running back last week against the Spartans. And he's had a few more reps of it at practice now, so we'll see how he goes. Will they give it to the young man, or are they going to pass the ball here? Are they going to give it to him? It is awkward. It's a fumble. A big hit behind the line of scrimmage there. The man Stevenson taking his first carry, and they've dislodged the ball for the second turnover today for the Stingrays defense.
Yeah, big hit there. Fortunately for the Ravens, not able to.
I'm trying to figure out who that was there, but he comes in and you can tell that he's sold out to that big hit. And there's no raps intended there. He wanted to go straight for the big hit, and he's rewarded for his bravery there, and forces another fumble that the Ravens fail to recover. So the Stingrays is going to be taking over around their own 41-yard line, 1st and 10.
I think the idea was right, get a bigger back in there, short yard situation, but yeah, big ups to the Stingrays, put a massive hit on, not only stopped it in the backfield, but popped that ball out and recovered.
So as we talk about that rain happening now, as we see another fumble happening here, and that was Ben Kari in the backfield once again. I don't know if it's personnel here, if there's something wrong with John, but his brother Ben has stayed in, and he fumbles that first snap here on this drive, and that's going to put him in a pretty big hole there, 2nd and 20 it looks like.
Yeah, obviously with the time ticking down there, we're getting towards the end where if you ahead of half time, it's going to be a big advantage, particularly if it stays a little bit wet like it looks like it might be for a bit.
Yeah, so, well, Ben Kari is going to stay in the backfield now. He's got Ray behind him. And he's going to, not afraid to pass it with their second quarterback. It's a looping pass, and it's caught! Back shoulder throw, beautifully caught as he's falling down. That's going to look fantastic right in front of camera there. Coach, take a look at this one.
Yeah, airs that ball out. Wide receiver, only eyes for the ball, and beautifully caught as well, going to the ball, not dropping it. Excellent effort.
Absolutely, especially with this ball is starting to get a more drizzly. We saw a couple of, we saw the fumble there, we saw the bobbled snap, and that's not an easy catch, falling back and trying to catch that while you're falling. So a very athletic play there.
A nice way to steal about 20 yards there, put themselves in prime position. They'll probably be looking at trying to get another score up just before the end of halftime.
Absolutely, and I did mention this team can kick field goals, so that is a possibility for them as well if they happen to stall here. This is an end-around play given to number 11 for the Stingrays. That was Connor Napier on the carry there, and we're seeing some after the play, push and shove there. I was looking down my piece there. Who do you think is against there, Coach?
Yeah, just see a shove in the face by one of the players there, so that certainly came after the whistle. So we'll just see exactly who they've nominated for that particular penalty.
And it's against the Stingrays there. I don't know if we caught that on replay, John, did we, after the play action?
Yeah, he did object to the hit, I guess, and it was just a bit of a push to the face at the end of it. So
I see, yeah. Right in front of the white hat. Not the best place to do it if you're intending to make a statement after the play there. So
yeah, a bit of a double whammy, really. I mean, they got caught in the backfield and also the penalty on the end of it, and now all that good work's been undone. He got 2nd and a mile now.
Yeah, it looked like 2nd and... I'm trying to do the maths. It almost looks like 30 yards, so a long way there, and Ben Kari stays in now. He's a nice little shoulder fake. He's got a man open, and it's another fantastic grab as he's falling down to the ground. The Stingray receivers putting on a show today. That was number 89 in the reception. That is Zahn Burke.
He had a couple of goes that it looked like it was going to be dropped, and then when the contact came, he actually had a good shot at it, come down with it. Held on. So fantastic concentration by these receivers from the Gold Coast today. The Stingrays now opening up their playbook and looking to stretch the outside and test these perimeter defenders for the Ravens. So what would look like a miracle play has now looked relatively doable now with 3rd and 8. They're going to give a quarterback draw here to Ben Kari, but he's taken. No, he isn't. He couldn't. He kept his balance as the attempted tackle was there by Nicholson, and he tiptoes his way for a 1st down. So, oh no, I see the 4th up. The refs are going to deem him a yard short. I'm sorry there. So it's still a fantastic play by them. He managed to keep his feet in there and stretch another yard by reaching his arm out, but that's going to set up a 4th and 1, which is pretty impressive considering that 2 plays ago they were back on a 2nd and 30. Yeah, still a great play, not a 1st down, but obviously they're going to go for it here. not much time left on the clock for the other team, so if they can really stamp home the advantage, then it'll be interesting for Ravens to try and get back into this one.
Absolutely. So the Ravens really desperately just hoping to put out a stand here and keep it to a 6-0 game. That is certainly doable in the second half. The give there, it was an intended thing, and he looks like he got tackled by his own player in the backfield there. Let's give us a look at that again. Don't know if it was a miscommunication there, because it looks like he's supposed to hand it off there, but Nick Ray just kind of charges ahead. And he got an arm in there somehow. I'm not sure by which player, but it looked like it could have been one of his own linemen. So, yeah, the Ravens, they create a stop there, and, yeah, they get exactly what they want. They have an opportunity to try and pull a sneaky one here, but it's going to need to be a big play, and I'm looking at number 11 there, Joshua Jansen, who's probably their biggest play, their biggest X factor on that offense. So
yeah, real turning point that bit there. Stingrays could have been in a position to convert that first down, maybe get a timeout, and then put some points on. But now we've got the Ravens with the ball back again.
Now this is interesting. They're playing almost an inverted cover 2. It looks like here for the thing, and Bavay is going to have to run, and he's going to take it out of bounds and conserve some clock there. It is interesting. If we can get a replay there, just look at the coverage here, Coach. It's very interesting. They're leaving. We don't quite get the pre-snap there, but they've got a corner playing off, but very far inside. So I'm not sure who's got deep coverage responsibility or who's covering short here, or whether they're playing some sort of weird cover 4. But whatever it is, it's working for them as they're getting some fantastic pressure up front.
Yeah, obviously they've got the long end of the field to work with. Perhaps they're willing to give the short stuff up first, but still time on the clock. It only takes one play.
Absolutely. Yeah, so the Gold Coast sticking with this cover 2 look now. Trusting the safeties to back the 2 outside receivers. 2nd and 7. Viveas drops back. He delivers a pass to Wilkins. Wilkins makes it complete, but the clock is running, and they're going to have to call a timeout here. And it looks like that's what they do, but we've got an injured play down here for the Stingrays, so the Ravens might be able to conserve that timeout. I'm not sure who called the time here, whether it's going to be, it's for the Stingrays. Oh, first down even. So the Ravens earned themselves a first down. I'm still not sure about the time situation, whether it's going to be an injury timeout to the Stingrays or whether the Ravens called one. But it is 1st and 10 on their 32-yard line. Bavayas back in. Bavayas is quick out of the pocket, and he's got that plenty of acceleration, but I'd really love him to be able to try and test his arm out here and try to get some of these longer balls going, as we've got about 20-odd seconds left in the half. Joshua Jansen's the near side receiver on your screen. Inside him is Tasman Holzer-Ackermanis. Stingrays leaving 2 defenders deep, sitting about midfield. Give us Bavayas. It's going to be a give to Simpson. He's going to try and look for the block to the outside, but some fantastic work by the DB number 5 there for the Stingrays. Once again, that's Promkihu. I'm not sure of the pronunciation on that. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it, but he's been doing fantastic. He was the safety who lodged the ball off early out of Reese Fernside's hand, and he's a fantastic box defender there as far as the safety position goes. And it looks like we're inside 10 seconds now, and it's going to be a bobbled snap. Bavayas just going to have to get on this. Don't know if the Stingrays have got any more timeouts left. Sounds like they do. I'm hearing head coach Jesse Chagoya call a timeout, but there's surely in single digits ones here. This is probably Hail Mary time, I'd imagine. Yeah,
just pending on the inaccuracies of the clock there. We'll keep it as it is so the alarm doesn't give anyone some jitters and think the play's over. So wouldn't be much time left on the clock. We'll let the refs handle it from here. Now, very few Colts quarterback have that sort of 50 to 70 yard ability here. Very few men's even have that ability. If this is a situation, if you're just trying to put points on the board, do you look for the old, hook and ladder, or drop it over and let them play some rugby league? Well, maybe. I mean, it's desperation time, isn't it? It could be the very last play of the game. So you're looking for something maybe the other team's not... play of the half. Exactly. So, it's one of those things, do you test your mettle, or do you worry about giving up a big play? Do you just run it out? Each coach, I feel, have their own sort of, logic and philosophy about this. Yeah, I've been in situations coaching Colts teams before, looking for that very last play to finish it off, just to have it intercepted and run back against you. So that's really not what you want. 6-0 down at half-time is not the end of the world. So the Ravens want that big play. They've got to be prepared for the consequences if it goes wrong. Precisely. Well, on that same note, I mean, the Stingrays will be returning the ball in the second half. So, do they just take advantage of the possession they have right now?
Do they trust to keep it here? And the Stingrays have two deep defenders here sitting about the 40-yard line. Ravens have a 1-by-3 set. They're going to throw it up and almost... It is intercepted, but he is down, so... I don't know. The thing is, I just don't know if there's about 1 to 2 seconds left. The Ravens are running some defense on, so what this means, though, is that now the Stingrays have an opportunity from a much more realistic area to try and put some points on the board right before the half.
Yeah, that pass really wasn't thrown with much heat and was always there to be picked off. Doesn't look like they've got a particularly strong arm in that department, and that's really what you do need. You need that long laser beam arm down the sideline.
Yeah, if we can maybe... we're not going to get it there. I just want to see if we had that look. I think we're not going to have enough time here. But yeah, Bavase really needs to step into those throws now. Kari's going to dump it off to his outside, but it falls incomplete. Pass intended there for number 21, Holland Hubbard. Let's take a look at that last play. You're going to see Bavase here. He's got a couple of wide receivers out there, and he drops back, and he's just under pressure there. And, you know, that's fantastic pressure from the Stingrays defense. And if you can't step up, you can't step up. But... you know, it's going to be hard to deliver some passes downfield when you have that sort of pressure in your face.
Yeah, he was under more pressure than Opus Bed Springs there. He had some guys right in his face. So there's not much you can do about that.
So, yeah, and that's what happens. That's the very much the difference some good pressure up front can make. There's a look at Ben Karikari, who's still taking quarterback snaps here. He's going to run now to the right, a block led there by Ray, and Larry Nicholson, who's fantastic at those sort of low chopping tackles, has been beaten twice now by Kari, and he takes to the outside third down, but timeout taken here from the Stingrays, so we can't get an exact time left. We thought they'd probably be over by now, but it looks like there's time for at least 1 or 2 more plays here for the Stingrays. Stingrays are going to take a timeout here, and we'll see if they launch it into the end zone.
Yeah, I'd say the coach there got a bit of a time check just to work out how much is left. There might be one big play, so we'll just we'll see how this first half ends up.
Now, this is probably more realistic distance, I should say. I mean, I've seen many Colts quarterback are able to throw a 30-yard bomb here, so we'll see if they decide to put it up there. But if it's someone I want to do, it would probably be John Karikari, who still hasn't taken the field back now. I can't even see him on the sideline there. Seeing if he's getting some medical attention, but we did see the big completion, 2 of them now by Ben Karikari to both sides, so he has got the ability to put some air underneath it. And he's on the shotgun now, and he's got Ray behind him. He's going to shoulder fake, and he's going to look for his man one-on-one on the outside with Nicholson, and it goes into the hands, and Nicholson forces that incomplete. And I'm seeing a 4th down signal, so there's still time here for one more play here for the Stingrays. So
Looked like he did have that ball. The defensive player for the Ravens was all over him and must have knocked it out. So I would have thought maybe he had the ball a couple of yards out, and one last play might have had the Stingrays a little bit closer there. It
does show you there for boys and girls watching who may not be playing yet and looking to play. You know, if you get beaten on that play, keep chasing and get your arm around that receiver, and you might be able to break that play up last second. So 4th down here, so this will be the last play. Likely, but I'm saying that for the last 5 plays. So Kari's going to launch it up very vertically. He's got a man open, but the pass falls incomplete, out of bounds. But we're seeing a flag here. Usually thrown in the area of holding or late hit on the quarterback, and I didn't see either of that. Maybe we can get that on replay, see if... no replay on that one. But we'll soon see here from head referee Dave Hodkinson. And you hear that, roughing the passer against the defense there. So that's going to breathe new life into the Stingrays, who now get an extra 15 yards and another opportunity to throw this into the end zone. So the Ravens not doing themselves any favor on that. I got to say, this is some of the most dramatic final seconds of a game, of a half, I should say, I've seen all season.
That's a big call there. Obviously, it would have been Ravens' ball back. They might have been happy to kneel it out if that's all that was left on the clock. But you can't finish on a defensive penalty, so we may have another play.
And we're going to see Ravens sending blitz. And almost intercepted there for the Ravens by Stevenson, but it goes through his hands and falls incomplete. And almost found the hands of a receiver after that, but falls incomplete. And there's still time on this clock somehow. So
apparently. Number 10 there, almost with the intercept. They would have atoned for his drop fumble earlier in the game. trying to get the ball back for his team. So, yeah, they keep airing it out, so you wonder when one's going to stick.
Samuel Stevenson there, the rookie linebacker for the Ravens.
So number 46 out there, a little bit banged up, limping, so I wonder if he's going to be a soft target here.
And number 83 is matched up against him. That could be the matchup they're looking for. And they're going to run this, or at least they're going to force a quarterback out there. So
it might have been a blown play, that one.
And maybe take a look at that. We'll bring that up again, see what happened there. And the Ravens only sending 3-2 getting in there. And yeah, the ends get in there and force the sack. And one final timeout, so I think we're watching this back end in slow motion, mate. Or either that or you're a little out on this one.
Yeah, it might be something to do with the flux capacitor, but we seem to be stalled in time here.
So 3rd and 10 here for the Stingrays, who are trying to pad this lead before the end of the half. Really glad you didn't let that clock run out now and let that alarm go with all this time left.
Yeah, well, I've got the skills to pay the bills, so let's not distract the young men. Just let them play football.
Let the boys play.
Yes, sir.
So 3rd and 10 here. The Ravens traditionally send about 3 anywhere. They put 3 in their line. You expect them to dial up the heat here. Aaron Nicholson, the defensive coordinator, try to force a pass here. They were successful in the last play, only sending 3.
It's a tough call, isn't it? Like, do you send a lot of guys or do you sit back? Because, whatever you send that's where the gaps are. So be interested to see what they do here.
If I was Aaron Nicholson, I mean, the pass they've been going has been hard to the outside. In my opinion, send it and back the numbers here. They haven't been testing the inside all that much, so. And they're only going to blitz 3, and it's a carry here. They're just going to try and run this clock out. So, don't see. Oh, no, they're going to take another timeout here. So, set up another 4th down. So, in that space of what we thought was approximately 10 seconds, we've seen almost 3 drives here, all pushed down to the 4th here. So, they're barring a defensive penalty. This should be one of the last plays of the half.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
For those who are watching, you can obviously tweet in and join in with us on the hashtag BirdtownTV. Tweet in there using that hashtag and we'll happily put your posts up. Had a couple of people, I think Regan Webb tweeted in last week, as well as Mitchell Bessie, and Tracy Day was a big one in some of the women's games. So feel free to join in the commentary there with a couple of comments of your own. You can see there panel member John Devine putting up his post there. So feel free to join in on the action there via Twitter.
Yeah, if you're up where we are, we're in the vulture's cage. This is what it looks like. All the mesh up here to stop the balls coming hitting the glass. So it looks like we've adopted 3 Ravens teams today. So it's Birdtown here.
Birdtown in the valleys. I'm just trying to pop open some of these windows so we can see through the vision that is not resembling what I look like on a Friday night. And a deep ball thrown and almost picked off there by Nicholson there for the Ravens, and that'll be a turnover on down. So it may not be the end of the half, but it'll certainly be the end of that drive for the Stingrays. I don't see any flags on the field.
Yeah, this game is a little bit like an 80s movie, the never-ending story, isn't it?
So the Ravens do well to hold out there. I mean, that's actually a couple of big stands there. You know, that could easily been a 2-possession game. Instead, it's just 6-0, barring a turnover here while I'm touching wood. But, you know, the Ravens, I think at this point now, I think you just count your blessings. You try to kneel out the clock.
I would think so. I mean, they have dodged, 3 or 4 chances that in other circumstances might have been held catches. So lucky to be going into the break. 6-0 at half time, you'd think.
1st and 10 for the Ravens, and it looks like they're in a kneeling formation, and that's exactly what they're going to do. So finally, we can claim that this half is coming to an end. I am waiting for Dave Hogginson to raise the ball above his head, and that's exactly what he does. So the first half of this GQ Colts playoff has come to an end, with the Stingrays currently leading the Ravens via a touchdown to Ben Kari in the early in the second quarter. So with that 6-0 lead, we're going to head into the break. Join us in a couple of minutes after halftime with this presentation brought to you by Direct Care Resources Australia. I'm Kenny Andres. Okay, be back soon. Alright, welcome back to the second half here of this Gridiron Queensland Colts division matchup between the number 2 Gold Coast Stingrays and number 3 Bayside Ravens, where the Stingrays currently lead the Ravens 6-0 thanks to a Ben Curry touchdown at the end of the start of the second quarter of the last half here. It's been a close matchup, and the Ravens were lucky to keep that to a one-score game. In the back end of that half, that seemed to go forever there. Paul Hoggett?
Yeah, I think it's an interesting matchup. You've got the high-power offense of the Stingrays and certainly the defensive front of the Ravens, keeping them honest. So to have a close game like this going into the second half, we should see more of that continue.
Absolutely. So we're about to kick off here. The Stingrays receiving it, going right to left, same way they were going in the first quarter of last time. So Tristan Ellis is about to kick us off, and back deep to return, we've got Nick Ray, and I think that's number 25 there for him. Lachlan Bell set deep to return for the Stingrays. And this production brought to you by Direct Care Resources Australia. The ball's going to get taken there by Ray over the top of his head. He's going to take it up the right-hand side, and a reverse play here on the first play of the second half. It's number 5 now on the carry.
Pancake.
Has he got room? Big block there from the Stingrays. He's still not taken down. In pursuit is Simpson. Simpson takes him down. Flags are flown around the 40-yard line there. Simpson takes him down at the 26-yard line there, but a fantastic first play of the game here by the Colts. You look at the way we missed the full play there, unfortunately, but it was a fantastic setup. The play developed slowly, just as the Rays probably wanted it. Ray taking to the right hand and dishing it off to number 5, who is Owen Promkihu. And he takes it up on a big return to set them up, and we'll see the result of this play. And we see a Raven down here at the 40-yard line. We saw a couple of big blocks there, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's a result on one of those there. You saw the big block around the Rays' 40-yard line, and see another big one there. And I'm wondering what the flags there. It was thrown around the area where I thought might have been a potential hold.
Yeah, not quite sure on the flag, but good to see the guy back up on his feet.
That was Tristan Ellis receiving some attention. Is still taking it on the sideline here. So the flag was on the Stingrays there, so that's going to move them back despite the big return. But some more of this fluctuating weather here up in the range, mate. And a lot of sun now coming up, and the drizzle's going away.
Yeah, hopefully that opens things up a little bit. Obviously, a nice dry game. We'll see a lot of balls get complete, so we'll see how that changes things again.
And that breeze is staying quite constant. It sounds like it's coming from is that the east side of the field. Also, it's like vertically across the field behind the back of the Ravens at the moment, so against the Stingrays. As Ben Curry looks to take a carry there, and he gives it up the middle there. No, he's faked me out. Now he's going to turn it into a pass after he fakes it, and he had a receiver open. A couple of receivers open deep after a fantastic trick play there. Unfortunately, couldn't connect, and he threw to the one guy who was somewhat covered. Take a look at that again. Coach trickery in this first opening drive of the playoffs here by the Stingrays. Big play action fake. They're selling out me and almost the cameraman, so a reverse on one play, starting their first offensive play of the drive with a play-action fake. For those who might be watching over at Sunshine Coast Stadium at Boca Arena, if you're watching us here and you're watching the games over there at the same time, feel free to tweet us in and keep us updated around the grounds. Tweet us in at #BirddownTV. We'd love to put your scores up and your tweets up there for us as we see another carry here by Curry as he lowers the shoulder and delivers the boom, and I think he's got himself a first down.
Yeah, nice run, bumping it outside, and a key block there on the outside for him. So moving the chains well.
Yeah, you can see a couple of the receivers doing their job downfield there and doing enough to get him the first down. So Rays move the chain here, and they've got a drive going on their opening drive of the second half here. And still yet to see the return of John Curry. We saw him start the game and leave the game the back end of the first quarter, and haven't seen him return since. And since then, it's been brother Ben Curry taking over the duties. And number 32 in there, and now in his number 5, which is Promkihu. And the snap is taken. They're going to air it out. The ball is nice and high here and falls short of the receiver there. I'm lucky not to get picked off. The Ravens safety's playing rather deep there. So the ball falls safely incomplete, and that sets them up with a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, could have seen an interception there, but the ball in a place where no one else could get it. So We go to 2nd and 10 on this play.
It's 2nd and 10 here for the Gold Coast Stingrays. Kari taking the snap from the shotgun. Behind him it's a fumble snap, but Kari is wise enough to go up and pick it up immediately and saves the potential turnover and might even picked up half a yard there. So quick thinking and alertness shown there by Kari, and he saves the potential turnover.
Good heads-up play there from that player, just making sure that he could pick that ball up.
Producer John Devine comparing it to the old mousetrap play in rugby league. Didn't quite work that way.
Yeah, don't know that was deliberate.
So 3rd and 10 here. Kari deep to throw there, and he gives, and he's going to try and lead for his running back, who puts on a big Benji Marshall looking step, and he's going to get met close to the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a gain there of 1 or 2. That was Prumkey on the tackle. Prumkey might be pronounced. I'll try an assortment of pronunciations and see how we go. But that brings up a 4th down now, Coach. Punting situation here?
Yeah, quite possibly. Looks like the personnel's been changed there and too far out to kick. And being 9 yards out for 1st down, you more than likely not going to go for it here. So changing possession looks like it's going to happen.
Especially when you're playing with a lead, that is the luxury you get. You don't have to make these decisions as much. You can punt it away and trust your defense, which have been doing a pretty good job so far, forcing 2 turnovers via fumble recoveries in the first half.
Yeah, I think they should be looking to make the Ravens have the long end of the field to work
We
with.
say that, but they've lined up here in a passing formation, and it's going to be a play-action pass. Taking a chance to hand here on 4th down, and batted down there by number 16 for the Ravens, and then it's a turnover, so the Ravens will take possession around midfield.
I think the Ravens got to be happy with that. First use of the ball now on this side of the half-time break.
That was Jack Seymour on the play there to bat the ball down, and the Ravens, they're taking possession. 1st and 10 on about their own 38-yard line. So they have a chance to level it up here early in the second half, which could be huge for momentum.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see a little bit more of that running game we saw to start off the game. It'll make it interesting if we have another score here quite soon.
What I'm looking to see from the Ravens as well in the second half, they've obviously established the run pretty early via Luke Simpson as they give him another carry to start off the half, and he rumbles there for a gain of about 3 yards, setting up a 2nd and 7. But you open the game up with a bit of play action. I mean, everyone knows you're going to feed the dog. That is Luke Simpson, but I'd love to see a couple of play action fakes and try to test that ball downfield. We've seen so far that Veas, he's not looking strong in those deep passes, and maybe some play action could help open that up.
I think that certainly would be the case. Maybe a little dump off to the tight end, or if that running back runs the way he is, they're going to bite on that for sure.
Absolutely. Now they're in the same formation now, the Ravens. Baveas is going to look, and now he's going to try and take it upfield, but he runs straight into the defensive tackle by the name of number 93, Miles Rasmussen. He had a bit of time there, and maybe we can catch that on replay, see what his receivers look like. We're taking a look there, because he looked like he had time in the pocket, and we can't quite make out where his receivers were on the field. But he chose to try and step up in the pocket there, and certainly got punished for it. So 3rd and 11 upcoming here for the Ravens.
Hit by a human brick wall there. There was nowhere to go.
Well, I'm looking at this front here by the Stingrays, and they're 4 big young men there. We're talking a pre-game to Shane Salmon about how the formidable front of the Ravens, but the Stingrays certainly have one of their own as well.
Must be something in the water there, hey?
I think so. And up the carry here is to Luke Simpson, and he's going to take it on the toss play, but only gain about 4 or 5 yards there, and that's going to set up a 4th down, and the Ravens look like they're sending on their punt unit.
Yeah, normal situation, that would have been quite a handy run, but when you're facing double sticks, you need about 12 or so yards, probably not the play you're looking for.
So, a few personnel issues here. They're saying punt, and they're not, and they're sending people on and off, but the Ravens have got it sorted now. Trying to count off the numbers there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think they're short one. That being said, my counting has never been something to be relied on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They've got 9 on the field there. And the punt will get away. It's a good punt there from Ellis. However, there's plenty of room there for number 5. who is just going to take that ball down. So turns out it's a great punt there for the Ravens, and Ellis, despite the big loss last week for the Ravens, one silver lining was the punting game of Ellis, who gets it inside the 20-yard line there. And the Gold Coast Stingrays will have to drive much of the field there to extend their lead.
That was a really good punt, that. Good hang time. Guys had time to get down there. Not sure whether that played into the mind of the returner, but the fumble came and had to fall on it. End of the play.
That was PromQ again there. He's all over the field. He's laying hits on defense. He's returning punts now and also taking carries on offense. So he's a bit of a mix of fix-it here for this Stingray outfit. As we look at a new formation here that we haven't seen today by the Rays, almost like an ace backfield one, and they're going to run it here via Kari. He's got a block on the outside, and he takes it there for a handy gain of about 6-7 yards. Yeah,
it's nice when you got a player who can do that, and give you that second and short situation. Really good on his feet, this guy.
Got to say, it's a pretty extensive-looking playbook, at least formation-wise here for the Stingrays. They've shown a whole bunch of different stuff here. A couple of 2x2 sets, some spread sets, some bunch sets, some 3x1s, and now they've shown that sort of that trip backfield formation there. Where the Ravens, they've shown a couple of different plays, but through pretty similar formations. So tests of two different offensive philosophies here.
Yeah, it makes it hard to play against a team who continually change it up, particularly in Colts football, where guys have not had a lot of time playing the game. They get different looks, and it's all how they react to it.
Another play here on second down. Kari's taking a chance. Underneath him is number 83, and he's made the catch there, and there's a flag, but I'm thinking that's actually going to be possibly on the defense, but there could have been a push-off there, so we'll withhold judgment there, but it's another fantastic catch by Jasper Freytag.
Yeah, it looked like a push-off. We'll have to see where which way the refs go with this one.
See in replay there, the trailing corner, and he's got hands in the back there. I mean, could call either way, but flags have been thrown. I mean, of course, they also have the option to waive that flag off, but we'll see how the referees decide after this little tea party of theirs. And they're going to call that pass interference on the defense. So they're going to decline, of course, because they made that big play on their own. So yeah, no push off there, no offensive PI, and they're going to defensive PI, but doesn't matter there because it was a fantastic catch. That's his second catch of the day for Tag. And they're really working that outside game to a lot of, quite effectively, I should say. There is a bit of a height advantage between these receivers over these corners, at least on this matchup here with Fatag and Bashford Jones. But even Larry Nicholson over on the other side, Matthew Nicholson is formerly known as, is getting tested as well. So a lot of things to cover here for the Ravens defense. Snap there. It's another pass play, Kari, except he's going to truck it up court now. We've seen a couple of big blocks ahead of him. He makes a man miss at the 25, takes the bus to 30 and rolls down about at the 37-yard line. So another first down play here for the Stingrays. Kari proving very dangerous, both through the air and through his legs at the moment.
Yeah, great balance on that. Being able to step off, stay upright, hit, spin, get those extra yards. Looks like the complete package, this boy.
Mm-hmm. And we got to remind you, he's not their starting quarterback. That is his brother, John, who has yet to return the Australian quarterback. There you go, mate. So, yeah, but, he's not missed a single beat here. I don't think people would really notice a difference, quite frankly. They both have a pretty similar playing style, can both deliver that long ball, and both very dangerous in open space. So a change in formation again. Back to that sort of ace spread as we look at the speed option here by Kari. He's going to keep it, and he's going to get taken down, but not after a 3-yard gain. So about a 2nd and 7 up here for the Stingrays now.
Still solid start. First down, 3 yards. You take that just about every time.
Yeah, it's probably a little more generous than I said. Probably close to a 2nd and 6 upcoming here for the Gold Coast Stingrays. Just remind everyone as well today that our production, these playoffs productions, brought to you by Direct Care Resources. Direct Care Connect as well as their sister company. Big thanks to them for providing the coverage here for the playoffs for Birdtown TV. As we look at another carry taken, this one is by number 73, and he rumbles up, and that's about the 4th time we've seen him in the backfield there. And the forward got to Toa. And he's gained another couple of yards and setting them down for what looks like a 3rd and short upcoming. Fourth down. My apologies. That was a mistake in the thing. So it's about a 3rd and give that a 3rd and 4 upcoming. And then we're going to see it. Referees are going to raise the ball above the head, Dave Hodkinson, and that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter there. So similar to the first one, that first quarter of the half just zooms by, and we're going to see a short walk here by the players as they swap sides, as the Stingrays hold on to possession here in the 4th quarter of this matchup with the lead currently 6-0 over the Ravens and in possession. We're going to take a quick break as the players swap fields, and we'll be back in a minute. Back here after that short intermission as the players swap sides. The Ravens defense requesting a lift from the sideline. They want to turn over here and try to get possession back in this 4th quarter. Stingrays looking to air this ball out. They've got a man, and it falls incomplete. Almost picked off there by number 46. I'm seeing flags flown there. It'll be interesting to see how they rule this one, Coach.
Yeah, deep pass once again, and 2 guys contesting for the ball. So we will see what happens here. It would be a critical catch if that was to be made, and this could be a turning point right here.
Well, the thing is, the important thing is that you see the Gold Coast wide receiver competing for the ball over him, but however, his head isn't turned. So that often draws a bit of a flag there, because it suggests you're not quite competing for the ball. You see the Ravens corner with his head around, but maybe not so much with the Stingrays reporter. So it'll be interesting to see how this gets called.
Yeah, it looked like the Stingrays player trying to dive through the Ravens guy, who probably had the better shot at it.
Yeah, so they're giving the call to Jesse Chagoya, who's looking like he's going to move them back. So it will be a pass interference against the Gold Coast Stingrays. And so they're going to take the yardage here, and they're going to ask them to convert on a much deeper distance there.
Yeah, that's the right call for sure. Stingrays probably looking at short yardage there on 4th down. May have gone for it, but now they're marched them back.
That's a huge penalty as far as yards go there, the old pass interference, but it's also a penalty that happens quite frequently. So 3rd, and we'll give it 18 here, upcoming here for the Stingrays. 3 men in the backfield there. They give us to Ray, who's going to look for a block, but he's taken there. Joshua Jansen comes in, but he breaks off him, but is finished up there eventually by Luke Simpson. Flags happening on the near side sideline here by, I'm trying to find which referee that is. I think that is line judge Tony Fluker making the call.
So the refs are having a good game today. They're pulling everything up, and I haven't really seen any bad calls.
Yeah,
so good to let the guys play, and the refs stay out of it if needed.
Yeah, I was to say that they're having a good game today. I don't think anything has been overly dubious. But intrigued to see what this flag is here for, but he is consulting a Gold Coast player, giving them the option, so it sounds like it's going to be against the Ravens.
It's a bit of a shame. That was a really good break-up, that play with the Ravens, shutting him out, forcing him out wide, and still keeping him at double sticks.
I think I saw... I know the flag's being waved off, so no foul on the play. So that big play by the Ravens will stand, and we will see 4th and double six go ahead. We'll see if the Stingrays opt to punt. It looks like they've got a punting unit on, but I've been wrong before.
Yeah, I don't think they can rely on going for this time. They've got the lead. They need to keep the Ravens down their end. So we'll just see how this return pans out. And
of course, they've got Joshua Jansen back there, but it's a bad snap here, and Ravens are going to take over possession in fantastic field position there inside the 10-yard line of the Stingrays here. So if the Ravens have been looking for an opportunity, this is the one they've been asking for.
That is a huge play in the context of this game. Great field position. 1st and 10. What are they? About 10 yards out.
Yeah, pretty much. I think the ball is going to be claimed at the most at the 11-yard line, but it looks like it's being lined up right on the 10.
Wow.
So the Ravens 10 yards out. This is their opportunity here. Get this game-tying score and potentially the game-leading 2-point conversion, or possibly PAT. This team is capable of that as well.
Check out that Ravens sideline. They are pumped.
So absolutely, this is an opportunity for them. They're going to try and take advantage here, and by first giving it to Luke Simpson. Luke Simpson breaks a tackle. Can he get in the end zone? Yes, he can! Ravens score! Ravens tie it up via Luke Simpson. Number 39 ties this game up, and we've got a contest here in the 4th quarter.
Wow. That is huge.
No flags. The play will stand.
That boy cannot be stopped. Good run.
Yes, Liam Reeves described him as a man amongst boys when he was watching him play the Bruins earlier this year.
You do get that in Colts. You get some guys who are just head and shoulders above everyone else. Great to see this game level and about to get really interesting.
Yeah, Luke Simpson for the Ravens. And it's over the head of Pavais. And I was going to say it that the Stingrays could have picked it up and returned it themselves. That would have been 2 points, and that would have broken this deadlock. But this deadlock will remain at 6-6 between the Ravens and the Rays, thanks to Luke Simpson there for the Bayside Ravens and his 10-yard touchdown.
Heading into the last quarter, 6-all. Who's your go-to guy?
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, they've utilised a couple plays here for the Stingrays, but surely, regardless, the ball is going to be going through Ben Kari. Whether he chooses to airs it out or uses legs again, I think he's going to be the focal point of this next offensive drive. And for the Ravens, they've got to use this ride of momentum to try and create a stop here.
It's been a great game so far, and it's really, really heated up right now.
And it's a nice high kickoff there for the Ravens into the hands of number 25 for the Stingrays. He's going to find some space in the middle. Now he's going to bounce to the outside. Ravens are going to hold himself there, but it's still a pretty good return that sets them up at about the 36-yard line, it looks like to me. And that was number 25 on the carry. That was Lachlan Bell taking his first return of the day.
Yeah, nice return there. Not a particularly deep kick. Did have some height. Anytime you can get out of that 20-yard zone, it's always a good place to start your drive.
Just looking at the touchdown there again by Luke Simpson, who, look at him go. He's been doing that all day. His yards after contact, we don't keep stats here, but if we did, I'm sure his yards after contact would be absolutely amazing. All right, the Ravens finally getting some personnel on the field before the snap there. And staying in this formation, they're going to air it out once more. There's testing Nicholson. And Nicholson deflects the pass and gets up with style, but there's a flag thrown.
It looks like he was going to that one-hand Odell Beckham Jr. type catch. Wasn't able to haul it in, but did get some contact.
However, as most good coaches say, 2 hands for beginners.
Exactly.
So we'll take a look here. Seen the refs meet up again, involving Dave Holkinson, also Toowoomba's Nick Day. Having a chat, and we're going to have and it's going to be an offensive PI, so that's going to move them back, and that's going to put them in a hole here in first down. So that's going to be a second and 20. A loss of down as well. Is it a loss of down on offensive PI?
No.
So it should be first and 20.
Should stay first down.
Sorry, check that. First and 25. My apologies. 15-yard penalty for an offensive PI.
It's a big call there. Everything seems to be going the Ravens' way in this final quarter.
Well, that's exactly when you want it to happen in a close game like this. So the Ravens, will they dial up the heat or will they just keep with what's been working? I see a blitzer looking like he's coming off the edge of number 24. He's going to stay. It's going to be Kari. He's going to test the same. He's running the same play there. And there was tangled incidental contact. No flag on that play. And the pass was incomplete, intended to number 83 in Jasper Fatag. So now it's going to be the problem by going deep on that second play is there that you put yourself in a hole here now for third down. So, second down. So now they've got even more. Is this, coach, where you try to get the hole in one hit, or do you look at going half-half? What do you think?
Yeah, I think you've got to break it up here. Maybe you can get 8 or so yards in that first down, first play actually, and then see what's left on offer then. The deep passes, they seem to be there.
And it's going to be a toss play here now to number 5. That's Promcu, and he's going to dance and prance and make this a little more easier on third down. Picks up a gain of about 7-odd yards. We'll see the exact measurement here.
Yeah, nice run, making this a little bit more manageable, but still double sticks.
And yeah, probably a bit less than I gave him there. You're looking at about a third and 20, it looks.
The Stingrays would have to think they've got the personnel to do something about it, but
well, they've also been loving their trick plays. We'll see. It'd be interesting if they blow up one of those here at the moment. But the thing is it's not. Would you call it fourth down territory for him? But they're going to go to the toss play right here. He's going to cut it back. He's got a lot of room here. There's going to be a lot of work here done for the Ravens. He's cutting up. Propke there, and he's short. It is on third down, but he has made this a decision to go for it on fourth now. But that was a fantastic play. We'll check that on replay. He goes up the right-hand side, immediately whips on the brakes, and you see his change of direction ability, just so quick and turning that, stopping on a dime and then going back the other direction, and only a desperation tackle there keeps it to a fourth down situation here for the Ravens. So the Stingrays showing some life as well. The Ravens really needed to stop that run there and force that to what most would have considered a punting situation.
Yeah, I'd say someone's been watching some Barry Sanders highlights there. The way he stepped and cut across the grain there. Excellent run.
Absolutely. And that's the thing here with Colts football when it's 9-man and women's football as well, is that you can see these big plays come out of nowhere when there's only 9 men on the field. And it's going to be a give up there to number 11. Can he get met in the backfield? Too many people going for big hits, but they managed. No! He somehow dishes it off, and he's got enough for the first down there. They had him stopped, and a few players there. Ravens are signaling both ways, but I'm trying to get a call here because we got some saying that knee was down, some saying that he got the ball away. We're waiting for an official call here.
Yeah, that was interesting. That you had a second effort of trying to get the ball, but it's popped out somehow.
We're going to take a look here ourselves here. You see, they meet him in the backfield, but he breaks one tackle, and Stevenson goes for the big hit, and then it looks like he's popped away, and he gets it to Kari, but it looks to me that he might have got it before the knee was down, but the refs had a better view than we did.
It might actually come down to how the ball was promoted forward, whether it was actually passed or whether it was fumbled and bumped out.
Precisely. Because if they claim it was he motioned the ball forward. Oh, it's not going to matter anyway because I didn't see the flag in the field, but there was a face mark against the Ravens there. A face mask penalty is going to take all questions out of it anyway, and that's going to give the Stingrays a first down. So with just over 5 minutes approximately remaining in this quarter here, the Stingrays are going to have the big bulk of this ball and the important part of this quarter.
Not only that, field position that goes with this penalty is huge.
Absolutely, 15 yards. And not to remind you is that both the teams can kick field goals. So if it comes down to it with inside 2, I wouldn't be surprised if they chance their hand and try to pop this over for 3. Of course, before that, we've got 4 downs of football to play. So surely going for 6 beforehand, as well as milking some clock here. Stingrays, Kari in the backfield. He's going to toss to the right player. Big play almost made there for the Ravens, and Larry Nicholson comes up and makes a play in the backfield.
Good tackle.
One of the best run-stuffing corners in the game comes up and makes a big play there for the Ravens. We might take a look at there, and we're seeing some banter going on the sidelines there. And he evades the first tackler well, number 11, and then some fantastic run support there from Matthew Nicholson. That was Connor Napier on the carry. Usual linebacker repping in a running back on this particular down, and that's going to knock them back a fair bit. So
that was a great tackle. It looked like he fell down a mine shaft. He just got dropped so quickly.
So that's going to set up for about a second and 17 maybe. And it's going to be a pass play here for Kari. He's got, it was a pass intended again for Tag once more, but it's a bit too high there, and that's going to fall incomplete, setting up for a 3rd and long.
Stingrays still going for those big players. I think one is not too far away. We'll wait and see.
Well, they're backing themselves to make up yards when they need it. I mean, the thing about going for those deep passes is that if you don't make it in these double stick situations, you put yourself in a bit of a hole, but they manage to pull themselves out of it each time, so they're pretty confident in their broken playability. All right. 3rd and long here. They're going to aim for the same receiver there and the former for tag, and he makes the catch over Nicholson. And he's just pulled up just short, so they've gone to him 3 times, confident they were going to hit him one of those times, and they hit him right when they needed it on 3rd down, and he takes it into inside the 2-yard line. I think he might be right on the 2-yard line there. So there it is. Persistence prevails for the Stingrays.
Yeah, everything went right there. Great catch. The ball was right on the money. Put it only where the receiver could get it.
Just a nice pocket there for Kari, and he puts the ball nicely into the shoulder of Freitag. And now the Ravens needing another big goal line stand. They were unable to shut out Kari earlier. And it's going to be a reverse pivot. And he's got room if he wants to take it to the outside. He beats Stevenson. It should be him for the corner. Kari for the corner. Touchdown, Stingrays. They take the lead with 4 minutes remaining.
A lot of grass to run into there. Once he made that move back to the outside, really no one could foot it with him.
You see there, that's the replay there from the big play from for Tag there. But he circles back and uses his athletic ability to get around the outside. And he puts his team in the lead there, 12-6. And this 2-point conversion could also be huge. You know, when you can put them in that situation where they've got to score twice, it's a big deal here. So I'm sure the Stingrays will take a lot of time thinking about how to successfully complete this 2-point attempt. Ben Kari, the snap here. He's going to go speed option to the left. He's going to pitch it out to number 5 there. He's going to circle back. He's still looking like Barry Sanders right now. Steps inside and he gets taken there. But Jack Capewell, that was prompt cue on the carry there. So the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful, and the Stingrays hold on to a 6-point lead there. And this is going to be some exciting stuff for these final couple of minutes for this 4th quarter. This is playoff football here in Gridiron, Queensland. We're going to take a quick break, and we're actually going to leave you with a quick interview that I had with running back Luke Simpson, who will be key in these last couple of minutes there. I had a chat to him earlier today about his brief period off, and we'll hear what he had to say. Running back here for the Bayside Ravens Colts, mate. Luke Simpson, you've had a couple of weeks off there. The body feeling refreshed for this matchup?
Yeah, I'm feeling good, bro.
Feeling really good?
Feeling fantastic, to be honest. Feeling confident in our game today, actually.
Yeah, so, you had a pretty big matchup with him the last time. You managed to pound the rock, but you don't have your running back partner, Jacob Toyer, with you today. No. Looking forward to more responsibility?
Yeah, I think that coming on and off was hard because I was having to switch on and off in terms of focus a lot. But this way I get more runs, so I get to experience the defense a lot more. I think that'll benefit me more in the second half.
Wonderful. He's got some speed. Has he got enough speed there? And he gets sniped down around midfield there, and flags have been thrown late. And we're seeing Josh Jansen pulling his legs, and he's a regular issue from this. I don't know if he just doesn't drink enough water or whatnot, but he cramps almost every game I've seen him play so far. But he almost broke away there for a big game-changing play there.
Where's your local fish and chip shop? Probably needs a little bit more salt in his diet.
And it's a block in the back there, so a return that would have ended around the 37-yard line there for the Ravens will now be pushed back, and they'll be playing from their own half.
That was a bit of a shame there. He seemed to be going through the gears really nicely. It looked like the space was right up the middle.
Looks like as Josh Jansen gets his cramp comes out, we might leave you with our take a quick break ourselves and leave you with messages from our direct care resources. Be back in a sec. Right, back now as Joshua Jensen gets brought to the sideline with his cramp. Hello to Chris Bartholomew, who's watching there, long-time Stingray stalwart.
Top bloke too.
Yeah, he's a great bloke there. And run play to the right is Simpson, but the defense staunches up and they take him down behind the line there. That's number 11, Connor Napier, making a big play there. He's been with this Colts program for a couple of years now. Brother of Dylan Napier, I'm pretty sure. Approximately 3-3 remaining in this quarter. There's a timeout, looks like. Oh, no, 2-minute warning. So that puts us in idea. So 2-minute warning signal there from head referee Dave Hodkinson. 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. So I don't know how many timeouts the Ravens have, but I think they've actually got all 3 timeouts. But they will need every single one of them here to try and stop this Stingray thing. As well, sorry, they've got the ball, so I wouldn't know what I'm saying. Is that an interception there from the Stingrays? No, they're calling an incomplete pass there. So here I was thinking the Stingrays are in possession. The Ravens have a 2-minute drill here to try and tie this game up and possibly steal the game here within the final 2 minutes of the game here. The first attempt there was to Wilkins from Bavais, but it falls incomplete. He really needs to step into some of those throws there. I think he's sailing them a bit too much. And it's taking a bit too long to get to his tight end there.
Yeah, that one just sat in the air a little bit too long, not quite direct enough to the receiver.
So the Ravens, without speedy wide receiver Jansen on this drive, they're going to give it to Simpson. A big play there by the Stingrays defense, who blow up the blocker and then proceed to blow up Simpson in the backfield.
Yeah, someone's been listening to their coach. Great way to shed that block and make the play.
We might take a look at that again. There's some fantastic just defensive technique there by the outside backer. And the safety there just to dominate that block and keep his outside shoulder away from head of the running back there and take him down in the backfield. So now the Ravens here with a 4th down situation. Seeing if Tristan Ellis is on the sideline. It looks like Tristan Ellis is out there, so it looks like they're going to punt this away and trust that defense to get the ball back for him. So it's a hard decision to make on 4th and 17.
Yeah, particularly when you know you just need that one more score, but can you risk it? Probably not.
So I believe, and especially when you see a snap like this. Can Ellis take it away? He's going to try and put it in. He should be, his knees have been down. So there's no flag there. I think that was completely justified. You know, the kicker was somewhat still standing there. So the Ravens might have seen their season go with that play right there. I mean, one thing I think that this Colts program and women's as well, heck, all around through Gridiron Queensland is the attention paid to long snapping. How many games do we see dictated from a snap over the head? We saw it happen to the Stingrays earlier, and now we've just seen the Ravens burying themselves in a very deep hole, which could signify the end of their season here as the Stingrays offense comes on.
Exactly right. Almost a carbon copy of what happened to the Stingrays earlier. Now they get the ball back in a similar field position, and you'd think they'd be quite confident being already 1 score up. Maybe they'll get another one soon.
Coach Chagoya coming out to have a chat to the head referee, Dave Hodkinson. I think it would largely be to do with he's arguing there was a late hit on his punter there, but I mean, if late, yes, but when someone's got that sort of half knee down, you never know which way to play it there.
Yeah, hard to say whether it could be pulled out of. I did see a late hit that.
I mean, he was on that knee there for a little bit, so there could be an argument could certainly be made for it. But there was no flag on the play, so it'll be hard to actually call a penalty on this one. It's more seeking clarification.
Yeah, obviously the refs won't have the ability to review that like we can up here, so I don't see anything changing from the game point of view.
So the Ravens defense coming on here, and it'll be nothing short of a miracle if they force a turnover here. Especially with the Stingrays offense looking so strong right now. 12-6 the score remains with under 2 minutes remaining. Kari in the backfield. The give is a number 5, and he's met in the backfield there. That was Promq. Met in the backfield of the Ravens defensive line, as well as Tristan Ellis. And a timeout to the Ravens there. They're going to use their first timeout there to try and stop this clock. So this is going to be huge for the Ravens. Speaking about the Ravens, I managed to have a chance to speak to Ravens defensive coordinator Aaron Nicholson, who'll be needing to call a very particular special drive here. We might cut to the interview I had with him quickly earlier in the game during this timeout. Defensive coordinator Aaron Nicholson here for the Bayside Ravens Colts. Mate, tough matchup for you guys last time. Do you guys make any adjustments moving into this game in the playoffs? Or?
Yeah, a lot of things we did against the last game, we didn't react really well against them. We didn't contain quarterback real well. A lot of little things we didn't do very well. A lot of technique stuff that we've had to fix up. And so I think we've fixed that up. And see how it goes today.
Fantastic. Appreciate it, Coach. Back to defense coordinator Aaron Nicholson for the Ravens, but there's a mix-up at the exchange here, and it's going to prevent that play from really developing like it should have, and they get about 3 yards out of it, though, but it sets up for a third, and you make that out there, Paul, maybe a third and goal, but maybe 6 yards out from the goal line?
Yeah, 5.5, 6 yards out there, so yeah, we'll see what the Stingrays have in their tricks.
So the Ravens, I believe there are one more timeout remaining.
Yeah, good use of the timeouts too by the Ravens. Obviously that can be part of the game, managing the clock, particularly towards the end of each half. So well done to the coach.
Once again, however, I'm reminding that the Stingrays have kicked field goals before. And if they were to do that, you'd likely think that could be a game winner.
Yeah, I would think that would certainly put the game out of reach of the Ravens. Let's wait and see what happens here.
So 6 yards out from the goal line. Kari. 3 backs in the backfield with him. He's going to look for a pass there. Oh, and if that was going to be in a turnover there, that would have been absolutely amazing. But he was pass intended there to his left wide receiver. That was number 9. Kyron Nahi. And Bashford Jones desperately trying to make a play on the ball there, but he doesn't quite make it. And that's going to bring up 4th down, but also stops the clock.
That's correct, yeah.
So whether the Ravens had a timeout or not, they get blessed here. And if they did, they got 1 timeout remaining for a pass rush situation there. And you've got to question the call there. I mean, you want to keep that clock running, get them to use all their timeouts. They choose to pass that ball. I mean, it's one thing to be confident, but you think a run play or some sort of clock driving play would have been the way to go there, Coach.
Yeah, I would have thought run the ball, even if you get 4 yards or so, 4th down a couple, chew that clock.
But they're not going to go for a field goal here. They're going to go for a 4th down. They're going to trust the legs of Kari. And is he short? I don't see signals there. I don't see that the Ravens might have pulled a goal line stand here.
I thought he was about a yard short, half a yard short.
Yeah, so the Ravens will take over, but it's going to be a tall order. They're going to have to go literally the length of the field to score here. I think that would have been their last timeout there. Oh, they wouldn't have needed a timeout, so they might only have 1 timeout remaining. But they're going to need the drive of their season to win the game here, or at least tie it up.
Exactly right. You would have thought maybe the field goal was on there for sure, trying to get themselves up 9 points clear. And they opted to try and put the game away. But great defensive effort from the Ravens.
So I'm hearing from the Stingray sideline 39. Make sure he does not make the play for him. However, number 11 is on the field for him now. That is Joshua Jansen back from cramp, and if he is truly healthy, he's got a lot of speed to burn here, and that's a play they could really use right now. It's going to be a pass play. He's going to get it out to Jansen. Can Jansen make a play? He's got enough for a first down and gets out of bounds. Fantastic draw up there, and Bavais is on the ground. He had to take a hit to make that play go, but he's up here now. And the Ravens, fantastic first play to get themselves out of trouble.
That was probably his best pass of the game.
Absolutely.
Really, really important there. Backs against the wall. Not only getting away from your own goal line, but getting a first down, stopping the clock. Couldn't ask for more on that.
Absolutely. Now the Stingrays, they were earlier, using their safeties to defend the deep pass and having these sort of other corners playing so far inside. However, I mean, that's just opening up these short passes to the outside for the Ravens if they want to take it. However, they've got Tasman Akamanis on a big pass here. Can he beat the defender? He stays in bounds, unfortunately. So they're going to have to clock this or run a no play here. Smartly brings the ball back into an official. The Ravens, they have been practicing 2-minute drills over the last couple of weeks. Now there's time to put it in practice here for them. Ackermanis could have got out of bounds, but he gets taken down here. Will they run a play or will they simply clock it? Beveus, back there, clock now resumes. He's going to throw a play. He's going to take a quick pass. Intercepted! That puts the end of it to there. They're going to make a play. They're chasing, but that should be enough to send the Stingrays to the Sun Bowl here in 2015. And what looked like a promising drive developing for the Ravens has been shut down there from a big interception from the Stingrays, who have now earned themselves a Sun Bowl berth, barring a catastrophic end here in the kneeling process. But, gosh, they chose to go the play in the hurry up there. Options to spike it. I think they might have had a timeout there, but, geez, exciting stuff. But unfortunate that the intercept there ends the season for the Ravens and sends the Stingrays into the Sun Bowl in 2 weeks' time.
Well, literally a game of inches. That run by the Ravens player, just getting dragged down. You were hoping he could break the tackle and make it interesting. And then the intercept, very next play.
And yeah, they're in the victory formation now. They've only got a couple of plays left. This might be one of 2 kneel downs. But geez, what an exciting way to start off our day here in Toowoomba. That is the end of the game there. Wow. Valiant effort to both teams here. Both teams putting on the display of football we're expecting from these two teams. Commiserations to the Ravens there. They were valiant all the way to the last couple of plays there. And it's the unlucky interception there forced by the Stingrays. But look, big congratulations to Stingrays. They're going back to the Sun Bowl for the 2nd year in a row to take on either the Spartans or the
Raptors.
The Raptors, yes, I believe. Who last time I got updated, the Spartans were up 22-0. So it looks like we could very well be looking to a 2014 replay of the Sun Bowl as of last year between the Gold Coast Stingrays and the Sunshine Coast Spartans. So commiserations once again to the Ravens, and big congratulations to the Stingrays who will be returning to the Sun Bowl here in 2015. I'm Kenny Andres. I've been joined by Paul Holgate. Big thanks to Simon Didi on the camera work for this game. We're going to take a quick break in between this game and the women's game, but if you are still hungry for more Gridiron action, stick with us, switch over to the women's link, and we'll join you there. For those leaving us, thank you for joining us. This has been a Bird Down TV production brought to you by Direct Care Resources Australia. See you next time.